What's up guys, Chaz here with Side Hustle Pros. I'm going to be diving in behind the scenes again, just like I did with the retail arbitrage video. I'm going to show you guys the basics of shoe hunting at Ross. Now before we go out and hit the store, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm looking for. I'm only going out for shoes today. Now before we dive into the stores and show you guys what I'm buying, I just want to clear a few things up. Number one, I am not going to be sending these into Amazon. I am going to be doing these eBay only today. Number two, I know people are gonna comment below like, Chaz, you didn't even look at the clothing. I know, I'm still brand new to the clothing game, still learning the ropes myself, so today is just gonna be shoes. All the tips and tricks and everything that I'm gonna teach you in this video are not anything I specifically came up with. I wanna give a huge shout out to the Hustle Bee and Hustler Hacks. These two are who I learned everything from. Ken at the Hustle Bee is on Instagram, so go check him out. Tons of great information there. Then you got Glenn, YouTube channel and Instagram over at Hustler Hacks. Great information, dive in, learn the ropes, and get in the stores and practice. I've just been having a ton of people lately ask me where I'm getting my shoes. I'm posting my shoe flips that we do on Instagram. People are asking how I even look up what the shoe style is, so I wanted to show you guys exactly how to do that. But enough talking, time to go hunt. Let's make some money today. So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. If I just type in Ross, this is exactly how you can do it in your area. Okay, maybe not like that. Zoom out all the way and then punch in Ross. It should come up. There we go. So you guys can see that we've got 3 of them right here. This is Salem, Oregon. I live in McMinnville. We've got 8, 2, 4, and 2, and if you zoom in it will show you the exact location. So this is going to be the bulk of our Ross hunting today. So the goal, I am actually running a little late this morning, so you see it's 8:30. This first one opened up. It'll take me about a half hour to get there up in Hillsboro, and then we're basically just going to jolt over, and I'll show you guys the loop I'm planning on doing. We're going to start in Hillsboro, work our way to Beaverton, up to Vancouver, and then work our way down, and we're going to end up in Salem here. If I'm done earlier than I think, then we'll go south of Salem and we'll hit Albany and Corvallis, and that's just a straight shot back home. But there you go, 20 Ross in one day. I have no idea how this is gonna work out. Let's see what we can do. So none of the shoes I pick up today are going to Amazon. These are all gonna be listed on eBay. A couple different reasons. One, I found that with specific types of shoes, especially when you're getting into like the cleats and the sneakers, a lot of people on eBay are hunting these things down and they're very quick flips. Most of my shoes are selling within a week, and you get that money instantly into your PayPal account. Versus Amazon FBA, it takes me up in Oregon. They usually ship our stuff over to the East Coast, so it takes a week, sometimes week and a half to ship over to Amazon's warehouse, and then it has to be listed and sold, and then we have to wait for our payout. So it can be like 2 to 3 weeks before we even see that money. So for today specifically, we're just going in for shoes. We're going in for eBay. So my goal today, go for high quality and go for quality over quantity. So if I can come out with 30 or 40 solid pair that are, you know, $30 to $40 profit each, I'm gonna be very happy. But I might come out with 10, and if I come out with 10, that's okay too, because I'm gonna show you guys, like, even though I'm going to 20 stores, I'm not gonna find stuff at every single one. That's just how the ballgame goes. The other little challenge I'm giving myself too is I'm going to set a budget of $1,000. So I wanna see what I can do with $1,000. If I can spend it all, that would be great. Get some more inventory and then see what I can turn that into. Another cool thing I might do too is I might track specifically what I buy today, and then off of that $1,000 investment be able to show you guys maybe a month from now, 2 months from now, when everything sells through, and show you guys exactly what that $1,000 turned into. I think that'd be pretty cool. Stop number 1. Alright, so when you first come in, you're gonna see a giant wall of shoes, and when you are new, you come in here and go, what the heck do I even look at? So let's dive in brand by brand and show you guys what to do. So we'll start with Nike, because they're fairly simple. These guys have been going around for a while, the Super Bad Pros. See, they're $13.99. You'll see this pink tag for reduced. That usually is a sweet tag. Ross does really well on their clearance stuff. Show you guys what to look for. And again, Nike is super easy. Turn this around. You're going to look at the size tag. So when we're looking at the size tag, you're going to look at this style code right here. All we're going to do is open up our eBay app. We're going to go to search. We're going to type in, there's a couple different ways to do this. Number one, this is usually how I do it, is type in Nike and then whatever that style code is. So here we have 511334-116. So the first 6 digits are going to be what style of shoe it is. The last 3 digits are what color it is. So we can see these are being listed 40 all the way up to 50. There's a 60, but these are just what's listed. We don't care about these prices. This is basically what the seller is asking. We care about what customers are actually paying. So go to filter, you can do sold, you can mess around with completed as well, hit done. So we can see based on that exact thing, this sold for $24.99 plus 17 shipping. So same style, different color, selling for $39. Same one went for $40, $40, $44. So you can see not great if you punch this number in, because this is only going to pull up the listings that have that number in the title or the description. So if you pull this number and search for it and it doesn't have any listings underneath that, you're going to Google that and that's going to give you the name of the shoe, and then you can just put the name in here instead of the code. And a tip with shoes, I personally do free priority shipping on all my stuff, so typically it's going to be about $10 to $12 on average. Sometimes you get a little bit more, a little bit less. So again, we can play around with just completed items. So we can see that was completed at 40, and same thing. So this is not giving us enough margin to really play around with, so I'm going to skip this because right now I'm going for a little bit higher price. And it's fairly simple for other brands. So you've got Puma and Adidas are both going to have what's called an art number. So if we zoom in right here, see right there we have the art number. So let's do the same thing, just type in Puma and then that art number, see what pops up. If that nothing comes up, then just Google it and get the name. Same thing on the Adidas. Adidas is nice because the art number is usually pretty short. Third one that goes by an art number is actually Under Armour. So again, underneath the sizes, you'll see that art number right there. So just type in Under Armour, and Under Armour you'll also see UA is what people put commonly, and then search that. That's the basics of how you search the model numbers and get the names for these types of shoes too. Until you come in here often, you start to memorize what different styles are. Just use the style codes for now, and then next up is pricing. So common ones that you'll see usually range between like $30 and $50, which typically is going to be a little bit too high. I personally like to pay underneath $30, so these are going to be worth looking at the comps. I don't mind paying $30 to $50 for a pair of shoes as long as it's going to bring in a $90 to $120 sale price. The higher the buy cost, the higher the price in order to make it worth it. So we're going to type in Under Armour. And the art code is 1264202-734. See what comes up. And again, these are $30 to buy. And we can already see that these are selling for $34.99. So I really don't even need to do this, but heck, let's just look at the sold listings. Yeah, so you can see this style is definitely not going to be worth 30 bucks. And these, I've actually picked up several of these lately because, check this out, they're 17 bucks. Now the thing with these are going to be track shoes, so you want to make sure that they come with the spikes, which look like this. Now if they're super popular, they actually don't need to come with spikes. I actually sold one pair with spikes, one without, and I just charge a little bit less for the one without. So I haven't actually gotten this colorway yet, so I'm going to check and see what these are going for. So we're going to type in the style code, which is Nike 819-164-100. So $17 buy cost. Again, I do free shipping, so I always factor in about 10 bucks extra for shipping. So if I'm looking at about $27 for buy cost and shipping, obviously $34, $39 is not going to be worth it. Chances are a lot of new people came in and flooded this a little bit. So this style is going to be a no-go today. Now there are other styles just like this, especially the ones, if you keep an eye, they have silver bottoms or gold bottoms. Those things are going pretty well. So you guys can see there's a little bit more to it than just looking up the style code. You kind of have to know what your margins are going to be be, if you're charging shipping, if you're not, and play around with different numbers that way. See what works best for you. Now I'm going to go through and basically do my checks on as many things as I can and see what we can find. All right, Ross number 1 is a bust, but like I said, you don't win every single one. There's actually a lot of stores that you don't win at, and it's very few that you do win. So every time you see these Instagram posts or YouTube videos, you see all these great sales that people are making, just remember how many failed attempts that they had first. All right, so once you find a pair that you think you might want to start buying, I'll show you guys how we run the numbers just to see what fees and all that kind of stuff are gonna be. So here's a pair of Nike Vapors for $20. So once you look it up, find the comps, you can see these are selling between $49 pretty consistently across the board. So I'm gonna come in, and these are actually a size 14, which is higher, and you guys do not be afraid of bigger sizes because they're harder to find, which means people have to go to eBay and Amazon to get them. So these are $20. Let's say I can list them at $49.99. So I'm just gonna type that in, $49.99. This is how we run the eBay fees. So eBay fees and with PayPal is about 13%. So we're gonna go times 0.87 for your 13%. Again, I usually deduct about $10 for shipping. That leaves me $33.49. I'm going to subtract the 20 from my buy cost. So if I can sell these at $50 and get shipping down to $10, I can make about 13. Now these are a larger size, which means that they're probably going to be a little bit higher on shipping. So I'm going to deduct $2 more for shipping. So I'm going to spend 20, make about 10 or 11, which is about a 50% ROI, which I'm actually good with. And here's why I'm going to do the deal. Not just because I'm going to make a quick, easy 10 bucks, but because if we look at the dates, you can see this was 2.5, 2.5, 2.4, 2.4, 2.2, 2.2. So these are actually selling quick. Now, if these were not selling that fast, I would not worry about it because it's only a $10 profit. But because I can list these tonight and probably sell them in the next couple days, I'm going to go for it. And again, that's just one of the business models I play with, is a quick flip, make 10, 20 bucks at a time. Of course, mixing in the golden ones, which are 30, 40, $50 profits. It's up to you to determine if you want to go for those quick flips and accept a little bit smaller margin, or if you want to hold out, wait a month or two for yours to sell, and then you get a higher profit from it. And I found another one. I'm not sure how this is going to do, but it's only 18 bucks. My buy cost is fairly low, so I can afford to lose that or hold on to it for a while. These are a size 16. 10.5 went for 55. A size 15 went for 60, so I am okay with holding out, turning $18 into potentially 60. Here's another pair of those track ones, $16.99. Even on the low end of about 40 bucks, turning $17 into 40, so still making a few dollars profit. Keep in mind that you want to look for unique stuff too, not just the typical Nikes and Reeboks and all that stuff. So I just passed these, and I missed this the first time until I passed them the second time. Little Mickey Mouse on those guys. Crocs, $15. Selling for 50, 55, 55, 50, 35 on the low end. These are new with tags, by the way, 55. So I am definitely going to snatch these guys. All right, store number 2, got 3 pair, total 55 bucks. Not too bad. Let's find some money. Number 3, another dud. You can definitely tell the stores that other resellers have been in and picked over, and then other ones like that last one, I got those 3 pair pretty easily. There's a few pair in here that I saw that were like $10 to $15 profit, but like I said earlier, I don't want to sit and hold out for that stuff. I want to try to get my stuff moving as quickly as possible. If I can get sales that happen in under 2 weeks, I'm more than happy to do that. But so some of these pairs in here, they were just not too great. Number 4, please let me find something. Another dud. Ross number 4 was no go. My game plan now is to jump over. I'm in the Hillsboro Beaverton area. I'm actually going to jump over to the other side of Portland and head up north from there, hit Vancouver just over the river, and come back down south and end up through Happy Valley and Salem after that. So let's go. I'm getting freaking hungry, so I might actually stop for lunch first. At the rate I'm going, I'm spending about 20 to 30 minutes in each store, which I'm right on schedule with. At this point in time, I don't know for sure I'm gonna be able to have time to hit all 20, but I'm gonna do my best and just keep bouncing from store to store. Number 5, I'm coming for you. All right, number 5, we got 2 pair. Not too shabby. These have the spikes with them, which is great. And again, all of these track and field ones we're finding are $16.99, so $17. Comps are hanging out right about the $50 mark, which I'm good with. Second pair is actually the first time I found one of these. So each of these is gonna be slightly different. It's a track and field series, so these ones got spikes, so they're typically gonna be track based. These guys are just rubber bottoms, and these are actually for shot put and discus. Again, 17 bucks. And we got season coming up, so we can sell these pretty fast. We got 55, 59, 58. Actually gonna cheat a little bit because there is a Burlington coat factory right around the corner. Ross number 6 did really, really well. Super excited. This was a personal buy because it looks super comfortable. But check these things out. Fancy. So another tip is keep an eye out for just crazy looking colorways. People love that stuff. These were another cheap one, $17.99. 23 for these guys. Should double our money on these. I found some more of those sprints that we did earlier. Found some of these Tiger Adidas. A couple good stuff in here. I think what I'm going to do at the very end of the day, when I'm all done with this, is I'm going to tally up everything for you guys and give you an overall shot. So stay tuned at the end of the video, and I'll go ahead and cover everything in a whole. Also cheated again, popped over to Marshall's because it was right in the same block. Found these guys for 20 bucks, and we should see about double our money back on that for the profit. Ross number 7. So kids shoes are usually hit or miss. Sometimes you'll find something in here. Found some up tempos a couple months back, and then you get stuff like this. Really, Ross? Really? Found another pair of these guys, those Tigers. And also found way higher on buy cost than I like, 40 bucks, but some of these have sold as high as 110. So I'm gonna take a shot at them. Number 8, let's go. Alright, number 9. Alright, so reception is super spotty in here, so I can barely look anything up. So I'm gonna half instinct some of these. These are just a way different colorway of the usual Under Armours that I've seen in this style. As you guys can see, this is the clutch fit. The comp I did be able to pull up. These are 30, but I did see that some of them sell for about 90, so I'm going to take a shot at that. And then 2 brands I've actually never heard of. It's always good just to double check brands you don't know. Is Umbro, Red Jacket. Retail was 65. And this guy is actually 10 bucks. I couldn't find this exact one. Again, my reception is not doing the best with me. Couldn't find this exact one, but the ones I did find were selling upwards of 40 to 50, so we'll see. And then last one, I have never actually heard of the brand, but I recognize the alligator, so I picked these up. They are on sale for 30. Brand is, I think it's Lacoste. I'm sure one of you knows by the time you watch this. So I looked up the comps on just generic white sneakers of this brand, and some of them are selling upwards of 60 to 70, so I'm going to take a shot at these too. And that's half of the ball game, guys. If you want to get good at flipping and you want to get good at sourcing, you have to just take test buys and use trial and error sometimes. Get to know what works for you. Getting full, just parked, and I'm actually going to sneak into this Goodwill. I have never been in this one, and I love to hunt, so let's go. This is technically store number 13 today. That was junk! Holy crap. Won't be going back to that one again. Ross number 11. Alright, got a decent one here. Anytime I see magistas, it's usually pretty good. It's the first time I've seen a black. Pretty sweet looking shoe. They're 25, which is a little bit higher, but they're selling every day. Lots of sales this month. We got a 69, 69, 59, 87. 78, best offer, 75. So if I list these for 60, 25 to 60, not bad. Number 12, it's 8 p.m. So hopefully no one took all the good stuff. Let's go see. 10 p.m. I ran out of time. I still made it to 12 Ross on top of 3 other stores, which was Burlington, TJ Maxx, and Marshall's. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, not every single store was a win, but as you can see, I definitely hit my goal of getting some solid pairs. So I'm gonna hit the sack for tonight, take this all to the office tomorrow, process, and give you guys the final numbers. Alright, so here's the final haul. Ended up doing 23 pairs total, which is right on track with what I wanted. Out of the 13 stores that we went to, I ended up purchasing from 9 of them. The total, based on the receipts, was $532. Divided between the 23 pairs, I spent an average of about $23 per pair, which is right on target with what I wanted. So aside from that, I'm going to label these a specific way so I know this was part of one load on eBay. So when each time I sell something, I'm going to track it on Excel, and I'll do a follow-up video once these are all sold and show you guys based on that $532 price tag that I paid, how much we actually did for profit. So as you guys can see, we got a huge variety of different kinds. The ones that I'm loving right now, because I've sold a few of them right now, are these track and field editions. So you'll have different ones, like these are going to be a discus / shot put shoe. I've also got these guys, which the first time I sold these, I was thrown off when I was taking photos because they're 2 different sizes. These are for javelin, actually. So these I've actually sold before for about $80, so I know these are going to be a really good one, especially because the track and field ones are usually being clearanced out for about 18 bucks right now. Now, when you're going to source shoes, be sure to pay attention to what type of athlete that you're looking at. So anything that's track related, typically you're going to have a smaller frame person, so I typically go with smaller sizes on those. That's not to say you can go bigger and get away with it, that's fine. So all in all, I am extremely happy with this. These were not great finds, let me just put that out there. I didn't find anything that was rare or really, really tough to get a hold of. These are just kind of average sales that some of these will see a $30, $40 profit on, other ones will see 15 or 20. But again, like I said earlier throughout this whole video, it's up to you to do your research, use trial and error. If you are curious if something will sell, just buy it, list it, and see how it does. But at the end of the day, you need to decide what type of business model you want to run. These are just a few examples of what we do. All right, and last piece of information I wanted to cover real quick is how I ship my shoes. Now, I'm not going to cover that step by step in this video. I will do a shoe specific shipping video for you guys pretty soon, but in this video I just wanted to share with you the 2 boxes I use. So number 1 is just the standard priority shoe box. This will fit most shoes, especially these smaller ones. Now if it gets to a larger size or something that's a little bit higher top, such as the Jordans here or these guys, then they will not fit in here. So shout out to Ken the Hustle Bee for showing a video on his Instagram for this one. You're going to take a cut halfway through the box, come down on each side, and then after that cut is done, it's going to allow you to fold this into a little bit bigger of an opening. That way you can fit those in there. But again, that's just the basics of the 2 boxes I use. Stay tuned and check out our channel because I'm going to make a shipping video for you guys to cover out all this. So aside from that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. This has been Ross-a-thon episode number 1. I'm sure we will have another episode in the future where I will actually be able to wake up a little bit earlier and possibly hit all 20 stores in this area, not just the 13 I was able to get into today. But aside from that, be sure to subscribe if you are not already. This has been Chaz. I'll see you next time.